my guy. Keep it aloha. Keep it aloha. Roots ground you, wings set you free. Keep it aloha. Keep it aloha. More than words, it's how to be.
Velina mai kako. Welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps it aloha by being your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen. I'm your host, Kamaka, and our guest today is about to Gagiana the house down. But before we introduce her, I gotta remind you about this week's giveaway. If you didn't already know, here on the Keep It Aloha podcast, we give away $500 or more in prizes every single week, all of 2026. For this week's giveaway, we are teaming up with our on-the-road travel partner, Hawaiian Airlines. To find the giveaway details and enter, all you have to do is head to our Instagram and find the post on our profile. The full details will be in the description. I'll be pulling the winners on Wednesday, August 5th, so make sure you get your entries in. For an extra 10 entries, email Nicole at keepitaloha.com. That's NICOLE at keepitaloha.com. Email her the secret word / phrase from today's episode, as well as your favorite Sasha Colby moment. Good luck and enjoy this episode. All right, let's introduce our guest. I just wanted to say a big mahalo to our travel partner, Hawaiian Airlines, for supporting this podcast. One thing I always appreciate about Hawaiian is that no matter where you're headed, they always find ways to bring a little piece of home with you. Starting July 1st, they're rolling out a new onboard dining experience featuring meals created by Maui's own chef, Sheldon Simeon. So whether it's mochiko chicken and garlic noodles, a teriyaki chicken bento, or an island-style breakfast, you'll be able to pre-order your meal before your flight and enjoy a true taste of Hawaii in the air. And for our Kama'aina listeners, Hawaiian is saying mahalo to its Huaka'i members with a special launch offer. Huaka'i members can receive their first 2 pre-ordered meals free as they try out the new menu. They're also featuring local favorites like Anahola Granola, Diamond Bakery, Hawaiian Host, and Honolulu Cookie Company on board. Check out the new menu and book your next trip with Hawaiian Airlines. Our guest today is a performer, actress, and LGBTQ+ icon from the island of Oʻahu. She has spent more than 2 decades becoming one of the most respected and influential drag artists in the world. While proudly representing Hawaii every step of the way. Known for her artistry, authenticity, and commanding stage presence, she first earned international recognition after winning the prestigious Miss Continental pageant in 2012, one of the highest honors in the world of drag. She would go on to become a mentor and inspiration to countless performers before capturing the world's attention as the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, cementing her place as one of drag's all-time greats. Beyond the stage, she's used her platform to advocate for transgender community, celebrate self-expression, and inspire people around the world to live authentically. Her impact has reached far beyond entertainment, earning recognition from major media outlets, appearances at the White House, and a devoted global fan base. Through it all, she's remained proud of her Hawaii roots, carrying the Aloha spirit with her everywhere she goes and showing that staying true to yourself can inspire generations. I am so stoked to talk stories with her today. She is the queen of charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. She is Sasha Colby. Aloha, Sasha. Welcome to the Keep It Aloha podcast. How are you doing?
That was amazing. First of all, that was the most amazing introduction I've ever gotten, ever. Thank you.
Mahalo.
Wow. I saw my life flash before my eyes. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to, this is a new teleprompter. We're in California, Keep It Aloha on the road in California. So I don't have my normal speed. So I was like, sometimes I was running out of breath. Sometimes I had to go a little slow. I was like, oh, my brain was working on that intro.
You had to keep up with the...
I know. I was like, do I go faster? Do I go slower? I mean, you guys heard me. I ran out of breath like 2 times, I think.
I mean, that was quite a mouthful. That was amazing. Thank you for that.
See, now after just binging RuPaul's Drag Race for the last, 16 hours of my life, when you say it, that was a mouthful, all I can think of are dirty jokes.
You know, I mean, that's the foundation of drag.
I love it. It's such a fun show. You're such an amazing guest. I'm happy we can do this because so many people have been telling me, "Oh, when are you gonna get Sasha Colby on?"
Aww.
And you got such a big fan base. I mean, my girlfriend and her friends love the show.
Got good taste.
Yeah. I couldn't finish all 16 episodes in time, but okay. I watched best Sasha Colby's best moments.
Cool. Good.
So,
Good.
yeah.
It's a lot.
I think you
It's
won
a-
the show.
It's a
Yeah, I'm
commitment,
pretty sure.
What episode did you
I just-
stop?
I think I was like little bit halfway through.
Okay.
But then I watched the compilation, so
Okay.
I saw the good stuff.
That's really all you gotta do. You
I
just gotta
saw
watch Cliff
the
Notes.
finale reveal. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm jealous of your body.
Well, thank you.
One day I hope to have Sasha Colby's body.
You know, it's smoke and mirrors. I gotta tell you.
I'll tell you right now, I'm in person. It is not. Yeah. Anyways, I can't wait to get into your whole life story, learn more about you. I've seen you on social media. I hear so many good things about you. I mean, you are a legend even before the show came out. So I just want to start out at the beginning. Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
Okay, I am. Hi, everybody. I'm Sasha Colby. I'm from Waimanalo, from windward side of Oʻahu, and I went to Kailua High School. I graduated. Barely.
Still counts.
I know. I was like, I did get the diploma, thank goodness. But yeah, graduated Kailua, Go Surf Riders, and growing up was, I mean, it was interesting. It was a lot of. There's a lot of juxtaposition in growing up. Me looking kind of Hawaiʻi, you know, pulling more so my white side of the family than the Hawaiian, even though like my dad's pure Hawaiian and my mom is half Hawaiian, half white.
Wow.
I'm the youngest of 7.
Oh, you can get homestead then.
Yeah, I have homestead in Waimanalo.
Hey, there you go.
My dad actually left it to me, the youngest. I'm the youngest of 7, and it's wild because my oldest brother and sister, I mean, it was like they are Hawaiian looking. They're dark. They got kinky hair, but we all have green eyes and the same face. But like it got progressively lighter as we were born. So by the time I was just
ran
my
out
Hawaiian name
of
is,
the printer ran out of ink.
yeah. I was like getting shallow over there in the gene pool. My Hawaiian name is like they called me Ilikea, so like just the white one.
Well, I mean there's a good song, Wahine Ilikea.
Yeah, I remember I got a Hawaiian bracelet that was like the first thing I put on. Wahine Ilikea. Very affirming.
Exactly. Once you hear the bangles jingling, you're like, oh, there's a Hawaiian coming.
Yeah, that's the mating call, yeah. That and like 2 Heinekens.
Yeah.
Clinking together.
Yeah, all the boys at Sandy's right up the road.
Oh man, like all the times we would just go cruising, you know, like you go smoke weed or like just hang out with your friends, and being like the queer kid like in the car, like all my girlfriends like don't want to go like see all the boys, and I'm just like in the car like scared. It's really like scary.
Yeah,
it's like not like in a bad way, but like it's the meat market, you know.
Yeah,
Everybody's
totally.
looking.
I mean, when you were growing up, especially in Waimanalo, were they accepting of that? Because I grew up in the 90s. I was born 93.
Yeah.
And that was in a time when it still wasn't as accepted. Like, there were still gay jokes going on.
Oh, yeah.
That's so gay. The F-bombs. The old F-bomb
Muffy,
was...
you know.
Yeah.
I was getting Muffy all the time. Or Mahu.
Yeah.
Luckily, we took that one back.
Yeah.
The gay community. But, no, I mean, it was... So me already, like, being Hawaiian, but not looking like I should be in Waimanalo, especially. So I was getting called Haole a lot, and I was just a really feminine, like, kid. So, and it didn't help that my mom dressed me like, I don't know. She was like white. Like I couldn't not get beat up. Like I was just pretty nerdy.
You were just a target, yeah.
I wasn't looking like the other like kids, like just kind of like, you know, relaxed local. Like I was kind of proper looking, which just added more to like getting teased. But yeah, it was pretty hard, like being othered all the time, like being othered as like not Hawaiian enough, and then not masculine enough, and always being told like, oh, like getting mistaken for being a girl, and then it's weird. Then you transition, and then all they want to do is call you a man. Like, I was like, but the whole time in like school or getting brought up, they could see like the energy. But yeah, it was. I had the odds stacked against me like in school. But I managed to just hang out with all the big Hawaiian and Samoan girls. So, like, no.
Yeah, you basically are the future bodyguard, the bouncers outside of the district.
And I have a big family. So, like, I'm the youngest of 7. So I had a lot of nieces and nephews before. I mean, when I was born, I had 6 nieces and 6 nephews older than me, or 3 and 3. And they were kind of always the ones that would take care of me too. Just like, with the girls especially, were like, leave the person alone.
Yeah. So what kind of things were you into? I mean, did you do any extracurricular? I mean, you said you barely graduated high school, so maybe a lot of time was spent not in school?
I mean, I really liked school. Like, I liked history and I liked like English, but the math was never really strong for me. So I just, like, that was the part that I had to, like, go to summer school for. But like, it was weird. Like, I had interests, but they were really just, like, we never really were encouraged to like do instruments or like do sports. I guess because we were brought up Jehovah's Witness, so it was just very, you go to the meetings, you go to the Kingdom Hall, and like that's your life. That's like your personality. Wow. So also I was that. Like, I was like the J-Dub kid. Like, how many? They were stepping on my slippers walking home.
Wow.
And like, yeah, it was a lot. And my family's like still, I think some of them are still in the church, which was pretty. It felt like very distancing for me. Like, just going to the churches like 3 times a week and like constantly being told like what you naturally are and like feel like is, you know, gonna get me sent to hell or like not loved enough by God. And so that was just also like really crazy to get at an early age. Like, so just to feel really alone, honestly. But I loved like going across the street to the beach because I live right across from Bobby's Market. So that's like right on the highway. So a block down is the beach, and like one of those little like private public access ways that I'm gonna gatekeep because I don't want everybody going there.
Yeah.
But like that's where I learned how to swim, and when it would get hard at home or a little too heavy, that's really like my secret hiding place. Not so secret because there's like not a lot of places you can go.
Dang. So who was so you had the beach, and I'm guessing like your friends was your only like safe space and community. I mean, because like at home you weren't accepted, at church you weren't accepted, at school you weren't accepted.
School was pretty rough.
So yeah, like you said, lots of odds stacked against you.
Yeah, and I think you know, for the longest time since I was told like, oh, you're Haole, or you know, you're not Hawaiian, I kind of gravitated towards like, well, I'm gonna be what you guys say that I am, and I'm gonna like, instead of thinking about like learning about hula, also that was, you know, mixed with a lot of pagan beliefs that like the religion didn't want you to participate in. So even that, like my connection to my culture, I couldn't really like lean on. So I just was watching like MTV, VMAs, and like watching Britney Spears. Like, I'm an 80s kid, but my core memories are from like the 90s, early 2000s. So like, I just remember getting into dance, and I hung out in high school with like a lot of cheerleaders too. Like, some of my best friends to this day was like used to cheerlead, and I couldn't be a part of it, but I would hang out with them a lot, and I would like pick up dancing. So that's when we did like this thing called air band. It was where the grades would battle, so senior, sophomore, junior, and freshmen, you would make like a dance team, and for homecoming you would battle each other, and the best class that year would win. And so I joined that because that was like something that really spoke to me, and I was like, oh, like it's really creative and I can perform, and I really felt good about it. It was like good for my self-esteem, and I was finally like the dancer in school, so that felt nice. And then a couple of friends of mine saw me do air band, and they went to Kailua. Actually, my friend Janelle Layfield, she's like in Kaneohe. She's with her family, and like we still are good friends. But she was part of 24/7 Dance Force. It's based in Kaneohe, and she told me, she's like, oh, you should come to dance class. Like, I think you would really have fun. And as soon as I went to dance, like that just felt like it clicked, because I saw like gay boys and girls who were cool allies that were very muffified as well. And they were just strong, like their personalities were so strong, and they were proud of being queer. That's where I felt like I found family, and still to this day, like we're all still close after like 25 years.
Nice. What is muffy?
Muffy was like an older word. Like I like that the aunties would say, like just like a Mary,
Oh, it's like Mary.
sissy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you
okay.
muff.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that's when that one's got lost in time. But
Well, let's bring it
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring it back, Muffy. But it's okay. How do I use it in a sentence, please?
Well, it was just more like, oh, you Muffy, like they just
Okay,
like
muff.
yeah.
So you
like,
don't
I
say
saw
muff.
this.
You say
Well,
muff because that's
then,
different.
like me and I remember this one trans sister like when I started like doing drag and stuff like whenever she would see the Butch Queens, the Mahus like act a little too loud or too feminine, like she's oh muffs. So we brought that one back and like started teasing against
Okay.
our own kind.
I like Mary. Komaka even always use Mary. Hey, Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mary's the one that like sticks and
Yeah.
it's hilarious because I think a lot of my friends here when we would all talk like all of my friends from Hawaii all live here, but then the ones that aren't from Hawaii they'd be like, "Who is Mary, you guys?" I was like, "We're all married.
Yeah,
Everybody's married."
So at what point do you think people started to finally like accept you, or maybe just kind of when the world started to be more accepting too? Because so I went Hawaiian immersion on Big Island, and basically every class we had a mahu.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every single one. Like Hawaiian immersion is so small, but like in the Hawaiian culture, and especially with Hilo's a place where there's a lot of hula and culture. So we had a lot of people like that in our school, and I guess we were used to it. It was more. I
Yeah.
guess it was like.
Just kind of unspoken, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like nobody like made
That's still
trouble. Like
anti
if
and, like,
anything,
yeah.
they made trouble to you. They were the mean one.
They do have the certain power. Our elder femmes are very very strong.
But then I remember that time, and then maybe like after like the 2010s, I think it started. That's when more, I guess, I don't know, reform or just like
Yeah.
things started to change.
Yeah, I think I mean, when I think about, I think I was just holding on to a lot of shame, and I think it was because of my upbringing and because like my family's the way they showed love was also like attached with shame. Like I love you, but like go inside before other people see you, or like what are these people gonna say? What are the brothers in the congregation gonna say? And like, so it was a lot of shame attached with love, and I think for me, I held on to that a lot. But then I remember I was really scared to come out. I knew I was not like a normal boy. I wasn't like I didn't think, and I didn't identify with that. Like by 5, like when I started kindergarten, and they started separating you in schools, like as with the boys and the girls with the girls. And I'm like, I should be over there. But that's when I started to realize like I had to like monitor how I act and also that shame was carried on. But really, I remember being so closeted and so scared to come out of the closet in high school. But my best friend to this day, Lindsay, hi Lindsay, she was kind of like, she's like, no, but babe, you're like gay, and I was so offended with that because I was holding on to some heavy stuff from growing up. But she was like, it's nothing wrong with that, like, and hearing like people who still love me because of or besides that was probably the first time I got to like let my guard down and then be open about like my feelings of being attracted to who I was attracted to. But it was a very small group that I could feel like that. And I feel like even when I transitioned, because I transitioned right after high school, it was like
super
like
early.
17. Honestly, I was already like kind of hanging around with the dolls, with the trans girls in Hawaii, and I met my drag mom Cassandra, and started like sneaking in the hormones and while I was still at home, and like really like playing it like really like I was going ballsy. I was like trying it, and I remember I used to teach the keiki class of hip hop at dance at 24/7. So I knew all the mommies, and I used to help with like the sign-ins. And as soon as I realized I wanted to transition, it was like right after high school. I remember like telling my drag mom, and she was like, "Okay, you know you're gonna make your life harder. It's not for the faint of heart." And when you just know what you need for yourself, like that's just something that you just have to take. It's like, so it wasn't a big deal. Like I didn't take a lot of. I was like, we'll get through. You did it. Like it's fine. But I remember after transitioning, I came back to the dance studio, and I would see the mommies, and they were like, you were always so sweet, like always so nice and very quiet, but it always felt like you had like kind of this weight on you, and you never really like talked a lot. You were just like always sweet, but like there was just some sort of sadness around you. I remember they said that, and then they were like, now that you transition, now that you're Sasha, like you just like it odd, like even to my friends, they're like, oh, it makes sense, like what a trans person actually needs to do in order to feel correct in their skin. And I was like, okay, like just knowing that I like you can feel my energy and it feels better, like this is like I just wanted to feel comfortable and to feel calm when I would walk in public. And for some reason transitioning, even though to a lot of people it's like going the opposite way and like you're putting yourself on display more, was the most where I felt like, oh, people aren't looking at me because I look like a very feminine boy, or I'm like looking like a mahu, and like it was I could be myself, and by first glance they would just see a girl. So that was that felt good. But honestly, if we're talking about like how open it is pretty, like Hawaii's pretty pretty hard being open. Like you still go, like I would still go back home after like years of transitioning, and if somebody clocks your tea, like they're always like making a joke out of it and like poking fun. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not trying to fool anybody, you know what I mean? Like, so there is still a lot of, I feel like the Bradas still can learn a little bit more.
Well, the Bradas is always going to be the Bradas.
They will.
I don't think that's going to change. They're always going to have like their lifted Yodas and gold chains and, have 2 to 3 baby mamas. Like we have that. But then we also have the different people, who are like that.
I mean, but the Bradas also with their baby mamas and everybody, they still love the dolls.
Exactly. That's fine. Maybe just behind closed doors.
Yeah, just like
I've heard stories of some people that I know, not I know, but like somebody who is gay being like, that guy's not straight. They're like, I don't know who they are, but I'm just saying that I know their stories like that. So,
and it's a small community, honestly. Like Hawaii, like everybody knows everybody's business. And the funny thing is, I think that it did get a little easier when. Like a lot of people, somebody, you have an auntie that's trans, and like you just like that's part of the family. You have all these people in your circle, so it's not really that big of a deal. I think it's only a big deal when like by first glance, if you're like attracted, and then that makes you question. Like once you like figure out that it's a doll, and then that makes you question your sexuality. But like it's like your aesthetic. It's what you're drawn to. Like you like pretty things, and there's a lot of pretty mahus out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's with anything, right? Like some people like the color blue. Some people just don't like the color blue.
Yeah.
So it's all preference, and that's why like I never see life as like right or wrong. It's all just different.
Yes.
Like if you want to be super Hawaiian going in the Aloha, and I use this with identity too, right? Like cultural identity. If you want to be in the Aloha, if that makes you feel Hawaiian, like then go do it. Yeah. But if just playing video games and driving your lifted Yoda is like what you do, and like that's also fine, the Ahupua had everybody doing different things,
and we all can't be the practitioner.
You can't do everything all at once. Yeah. But when you're sharing your story about like finally transitioning, it makes me think like you were probably just trying to find peace, and you just weren't comfortable in your environment.
Yeah.
You just had to be put in a different environment. And there's a saying that I love is like most people think that they're introverted. But they're not. They just like their peace. So you're extroverted around people that bring you peace.
Yeah.
So once you finally transition, you had your peace, and then the real Sasha was able to come out.
I was able, like my nervous system could relax. And I didn't feel like I was literally not in like so uncomfortable in my own skin.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's the same for me. Like this is my jam. One-on-one conversations. It's quiet. It's nice. If you put me in a concert or something and it's loud, I'm like, I hate this. I hate this. Went to New York last year for July 4th. Oh my gosh, it was the worst experience of my life because our group was Lincoln's like, let's go to this place by the water, and it's like this party concert, young people. I mean, I guess I'm still young, but I'm an old soul. But it was just so loud. Like she had her earplugs.
You gotta have the earplugs. Man.
And then I was just like, But the worst thing was she left me. They went to get food, and I was just standing there, I think, with our friend who was drunk. And then I was like, this is just the worst. It's so loud. I was literally standing like this. I was just that old guy, just not in the right environment. But that's just an example of like, that doesn't bring me happiness. Like I'd rather be at home or like in the backyard.
I don't need a concert. I'll play the radio.
Yeah. But like put me in a sports field, and that's where I feel comfortable. You know, like I think we just gotta find what makes us happy and stick with it. Don't try to like do stuff like just because other people want you to.
Safely, like every once in a while, like try and push your boundaries. But once like you can pull back. Like you don't have to. Like I'm like, okay, this is enough. Also, like you gotta do it in dosages, right? Like you can't like take all your vitamins that you need in your life like in one morning. No, I need dosages of these people.
Small doses.
Also, like my friends, I think it's a little worse now when I go out. Or especially to like a gay bar, always like have pictures, and people ask like they want to talk and trauma dump sometimes, but like I feel like when my friends are like, oh, let's go out, like, oh, it's not that crowded, I'm like, perfect. It's dead, let's go there. They want to go like with people, I'm like, I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's fine. Find what you love. I mean, I just knew who I was very early. Like, I knew, okay, I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do anything. I like being around people and my friends. And that's why I'm Kamaka DDDS, I got you guys. But, like, in college, I would start to go to the clubs or go out with people just to be with them. And then after, at one point, I was just like, I'll drop you guys off. Just call me when you guys are done. Like I was like, this isn't fun for me. Like I tried it, be open and try things, get uncomfortable. But once you know, right?
Yeah,
like, I'm like this isn't my thing, guys.
Put yourself
like,
through that.
Like I love hanging out with you guys, but let's just hang out somewhere else at a different time. You guys can go do this, but yeah, we'll do it at a different time.
I think honestly I'm a morning person more than a night person, and so I just have the wrong profession for what I naturally, my circadian rhythm, like, wants to sleep at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And, like, that's not happening when I work. Like, and I think for, like, nightclubs, too, I'm used to experiencing nightclubs not as, like, an observer or a participant. Like, I'm, like, working. And I'm part of the attractions, getting people to drink and to have a good time. So, like, it's wild because I think in nightlife, I've worked in every position, like being a host, being some sort of manager, doing my own shows, being a bartender, go-go dancer. Like, I've done everything, so I can, like, see how people move in those kinds of crowds, and I still just love being at home, watching Game of Thrones or something.
Oh, yeah. Are you watching House of Dragons?
Yes.
Awesome,
yes, man. I love it.
That's funny you bring that up because I was just thinking, before we came on this podcast, we went from like watching House of Dragons and just all of that to RuPaul's
House of Drag.
to the House of Drag. Yeah. And I was just thinking of just like the total difference of it. But in a way that you can see
There's some
similarities, some cattiness. Yeah.
There's some cute costumes.
I saw HBO posted a video of like House of Dragons, but if it was a reality TV show.
Yeah,
Did you see that,
and all the actual like the music.
Yeah, exactly.
The tense music that builds up. Yeah,
so I mean, kind of same.
I love it. I don't know. I love anything. I love a lot of like history stuff, and like I talked to some friends of mine the other day, and they love to binge watch. Like was asking me about Love Island and like Real Housewives of somewhere. And I was like, for me, those like reality shows, I can't. I think maybe I'm like a little traumatized still from my experience of reality TV. But like it's a way for them to like shut off, right? And so like you can like get into someone else's world and how crazy and toxic they act. And that makes them feel like, oh, my life is not as bad. Like I'm doing good. But for me, it like gives me anxiety. So I love something that's fantasy, that's like another world. And plus, this world is crazy right now. So like I really need another like far off realm to live
Yeah,
in.
just-
So I'm like, I just like kind of shelter myself in like knowing all kinds of like ridiculous Game of Thrones knowledge and like
Nice.
trivia.
I mean, that's good because I think I hear people like, oh, I watch this so I don't have drama in my life.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same, like, I don't want drama in my life, but tell me all the tea.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. I do like that. I'll definitely listen to like the highlights or watch the highlights on Reels and stuff. But to sit down and hear them going back and forth and bickering, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like that's what I don't like about like human interactions.
Yeah, I don't watch any of that, but I like the fantasy stuff. I was a big Walking Dead fan. Love
yeah.
all the House of Game of Thrones. Did you watch
Yeah.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
It was so good.
That was so good.
It was really good.
I
I
thought it
loved
was really
that
good.
one. Yeah.
I thought so. Knights of the Seven Kingdom, I think, revived it because the other House of Dragon season, I think, was all right. I enjoy it,
Yeah.
but this new season of House of Dragon,
This one's really good.
peaked.
I feel like
Every
the first
episode.
two.
The first episode seemed like a finale.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how good it was.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to be because they only had 8 episodes, and then they were supposed to have 10.
Yeah.
And then budget cuts like made them have to only do 8. So technically, the first and second episode is the finale. The 9th and 10th episode. So that's what it feels like. But I kind of enjoyed. Like I enjoyed it a lot, but like the first and second season were also a lot of build up, and like you got to build this world.
Yeah.
But now it's getting good.
Yeah,
now
that's-
like the drama's getting into it.
Yeah.
And as soon as Game of Thrones ended, I was like, you're like lost. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
I don't want to leave this world, right? So I started like looking into like fan fiction and like going into like different like honestly like wormholes of just like learning everything about like the history, because there's like he wrote so much about it. Like all the audiobooks, like I've been
Wow, just binging all of that.
yeah, just nerding out.
Yeah, right on. We got coffee break,
Coffee
but what
break.
live on the podcast. So after you graduated from Kailua and then you transitioned, and so what was life like after that? When did you end up leaving Hawaii? You can take a sip while I talk.
Okay.
This episode is sponsored by Flamer. It's something you smoke, I think. I don't actually know, but I just remember that name.
Yes, it's a good name. It's my it's a weed line that I'm a part of with this company called Flamer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hire me. I don't smoke, but I'll support you. I'll sell out, easy. For the right price, I'll sell out. Yes,
Okay,
so we're back. Okay, that was a little interlude. Life after graduating and transitioning.
You know, it's like, okay, I feel like trans people, we get to like adolescence.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have the one that we grow up uncomfortable in high school, and everyone's having their adolescence, and then when we transition, we go through a whole new learning period about ourselves. So really, my 20s felt like doing my teens all over again, and while simultaneously trying to be an adult and like pay your first bills and all this kind of things. But to be honest, I transitioned, was living as a woman like at 18, 19. And the crazy thing is, like, that's when I had to deal with a lot of like self-love stuff, and really dealing with the fact that like my family carries so much shame, and even like acknowledging me as a part of their family. So I was dealing with a lot of that, and also like trying to figure out how to, like what is having a relationship, what does having love mean, like as a trans person, and kind of just writing that off as like, oh, it's not gonna be a priority for me. Like, and for me, I didn't transition to go and like pick up guys. I transitioned to be myself and to like be comfortable. But I went through I think not the typical, but what is very common in Hawaii. Like I started like a crazy ice addiction. I was addicted to ice from 19 to like 23. And I was like running the streets, like with the drug dealers, with like, like living in Waikiki at different hotels, stealing from my parents, you know, like stealing my sister's Hawaiian bracelet to go and pawn it so I could like get high. I did all of that, and it was like still while working at the dance studio and trying to keep it a secret. Starting to do drag shows as a trans person while like, you know, in that party life, and really feeling a lot of sense of loneliness. I realized like my first reason of doing doing something like so crazy as ice as meth was I had like a lot of body issues, you know, a lot of feeling uncomfortable in my skin, but then also how do I you know, feel comfortable as a female. And a lot of it had to do with like weight stuff, and I started dabbling in like eating disorders. I would starve myself, but then would always be hungry. And then I started, you know, doing purging, whether it was laxatives or throwing up, and I just didn't want to eat. And so I started to figure out like how I could not eat, and you know, being in the clubs and starting out working in drag shows, it was kind of like, you know, oh, you could do coke. And so I like started to do that, and then the coke dealer was like, well, if you really want to lose weight, like, you could do
this
ice.
was the Ozempic before Ozempic
yeah, this was like,
here.
thank
Yeah.
God for GOP. Oh my God, if I had that, like that would be, oh my God, I could have slept in my 20s. Could have blinked perhaps. No, but it was wild because I remember doing it, and I didn't want to eat. Like, it made me not eat for a few days, and I was like exercising, like having this exercise bulimia thing, like just work it all off. But it was like a crazy cycle. But what it did make me feel, I remember that first hit, it just felt like a mixture of comfort and home and complete oblivion, where like I didn't have to be perceived by anybody, and it was a perfect escape from being uncomfortable in the house that I was living in with my parents. And you know, like it would be like the brothers and sisters would come and knock on our door to like visit my mom and dad, and like they would literally tell me to go hide, you know. So I would have like it builds on you. And so this was something that made me feel loved and like hugged and secure, and then you chase that. So like after a while, after like realizing, well, now I'm just not even like losing weight. You know, now I'm just kind of like just not sleeping and stuff, and like doing all these things. Then you realize like, why am I still doing it? And like it was a long journey, but like luckily I got out of that when I got a job doing drag in Chicago. At the Baton Show Lounge, they asked me to be a new cast member there. And I went there like fully, like took some drugs with me like on the plane and everything, and had that to like hold me over for the first week or so. And then I went to like my first night, and you do 3 shows a night there, 5 nights a week. And people are literally paying money to sit down and watch you, and I'm high. And I like the first day I couldn't even put on my own makeup because like there was so much drugs coming out of my skin, like the makeup wasn't even sitting.
Oh wow.
And like I remember my good sister Aurora, she painted me, and nobody even knew I was high. But then I remember I ran out, and I was like, oh, now I gotta go do that thing where like we gotta find a dealer, we gotta find where's like the hookup and all these things. And of course, like word of mouth, you kind of ask people around. I found somebody, and I'm like in the taxi in Chicago, like have my own place finally for the first time. I'm like feel like an adult, but I'm starting this cycle again. And I remember going to the guy's house. It was like really like seedy, and I just like, oh, this is exactly like there's this in everywhere. It's not just Hawaii. Like you're not gonna run away from it. And I was just like, I went home, and I just didn't feel right anymore, and I think it was just this kind of nervous, like I can't mess this opportunity up that I'm getting, that so many Hawaiian performers, so many performers in the country would have wanted a place at this place. Like it's the owner like owns Miss Continental, and like all the girls that work there are former winners, so it's like a place where you go to learn about how to be a really good drag queen. And for me to have that opportunity, I literally threw everything inside the toilet and like just quit cold turkey. And yeah, that was the best thing. Like vanity, like saved me.
Wow. So you didn't have any withdrawals or anything?
Oh yeah, I did, and everybody just thought that I was homesick, which I kind of was. And you move to Chicago in the middle of February. It's like crazy winter. So also I'm like having the winter blues, and then I was like coming off of drugs, and so nobody really knew, and I didn't tell anybody until maybe like 6 or 8 months after. And then everybody was pretty shocked that they're like, "Oh, we thought you were just homesick," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, but yeah, I was really going through it, but like I didn't want to ruin that opportunity. I didn't want to miss what like this could be my chance," and it was a chance that I got that if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have gotten to Drag Race.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's crazy you came to that on your own. Like you didn't have anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
telling
it
you what to
was
do.
people were telling me. Like I had my best friend Pono. He was working for Tokyo Disney. He was a dancer at 24/7 with me. We were best friends, and he had a contract to go dance to Tokyo for like a year or so, and so he could see that I was going on a crazy path. And he was like, "Mayor," and like we call each other Mary. He's like, "Mayor, I'm gonna get you a ticket. You're going to come to Japan, and you're going to live with me for a few months, and you're not going to bring any drugs, because in Japan, it's capital punishment. Like, they will kill you, girl.
Yeah.
So don't even think about it."
Samurai stab you.
Howdy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I went up there for about 3 months, and got clean. And I was probably, I know, I was a raging bitch. So, yeah, because also I felt safe. You know, it's like my best friend, but like I was going through it.
That was your
sure.
rehab, Japan.
That was my
That's why
rehab.
Japan's the best.
Yeah, and like the best food for rehab.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we're planning to go to Japan in a couple months, and we can't. We our first travel episode of the year was in Japan with Konishiki.
Oh my god.
And we did sumo. We ate some Ono food, and we just love it. I saw recently that the yen is at the lowest.
Yeah,
now,
it's like
so,
good to buy there.
Yeah, everybody got to go to Japan.
We went in December. This last December.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so
partners.
we went right after you.
Yeah.
What's the drag life like in Japan?
You know what's wild? Every single place I go, it's always fun to see. Like, these are where the queens are. But there's a little neighborhood in Shinjuku called Nichome. So it's like a little district. It's like the second district. And it's all these little gay bars. It's kind of like when you go to Shinjuku and you see all that like old street where it has all those little bars you can just pop into. Well, there's the gay version of that, and like the lesbian version, and there's drag shows. And as soon as we were just walking, me and my partners, we were walking down the street, and it was like maybe 11 o'clock at night, and we just got there. We were just trying to feel everything out, and then you see some queens on the street. And I'm like, oh, let me try and say hi. And I didn't even have to say hi. They just started screaming and like going crazy. Like they shut the bar down and they were like, come. And so, yeah, we were hanging out. Shout out to Eagle. Japan.
I feel like they would like that there because Japan has a culture of like cosplay and like, you know, the very cutesy kind of things.
All the different ways like the cis girls dress up and stuff. Yeah. The wild thing was there was a lot of Filipino drag queens and a lot of Thai drag queens that would be there. So there was maybe like one or two like that were actually Japanese that were like, but everybody knew each other. And it was really, the gay part of the city was really a lot of, I don't like to say expats because that's only used like when you're like above somebody's like a lot of immigrants were there that were like from other countries that were, they just, I don't know, there's just so, it's like even more than just community. It's like family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is drag more of an American thing though? Like who dominates?
Ooh.
You know, so we have like, I don't know, like the Miss Universes of the world, and usually I think it's usually not like Miss America. It's usually somebody like super ethnic, or like if we're just talking sports, because that's what I like. You know, like okay, the Europeans, they're so good at soccer. Yeah. Like is America like for Drag Race? Do we dominate that?
I think we're the most like on display. We're the most like people are the most aware because of RuPaul.
Okay.
Because like it's where this franchise started. But now there's literally Drag Race in every country. There's from Philippines to Thailand to like down under. They have in Spain, Mexico, Brazil. So like drag is everywhere, which is lovely. You can always find, like, I've been able to tour all over. Done like Colombia to Chile, to like Dublin, where there's like so much drag like everywhere. But I think the most like we're probably the most recognized in the States. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they ever have like a? I mean, I bring it up because World Cup. You know, just we're in the World Cup season. I think it ends by the time this episode comes out.
I know, who are you rooting for?
I like France.
Yeah, same.
They're playing right now, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay present.
Oh my gosh!
I was joking.
Sacrilege.
I was joking that I'm gonna do the interview and have my phone playing the game and just be talking like this.
I would not be offended because I would want to watch too. Damn, I didn't realize.
Don't tempt me, Sasha. Fate knows my addiction to sports, but I'm choosing not to watch the semifinals just so I can talk with you and enjoy this.
Well, that's that. Listen, for a local brother, that means a lot.
I got you.
The sacrifice, I must say.
Yeah, I want to get into the social media questions. And maybe check the score at the shishi break.
Yeah.
Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah. See the highlights.
Yeah. But I just want to know, all right, so you had your second adolescence where you were in Chicago, and then when did it take off? And then I guess you ended up winning Miss Continental in 2012, and then I'm guessing that was life-changing.
Yeah. So when I got that opportunity, crazy fact, like when I was like withdrawing in Japan, my best friend and I got into this huge fight, and I was being a bitch. Like I was not being like nice or appreciative to him, and he got really mad, and we got in like a full knockdown drag out fight, and I was like, he left to go and hang out with his other friends, and like I was spiraling, I was fiending, and I contemplated like jumping out the window and like just like ending it. And I remember myself, I'm like, I'm only on the 3rd floor. If I do that, knowing my luck, I will survive, but be paraplegic from the neck down, and I have to like deal with this. So I'm like, no. But instead I went and checked my email, and there was an email from the Baton Show Lounge that asked for me if I wanted to be the new cast member there. So that was literally, I do have a weird relationship with like religion, but like something, the universe, like
there's something
whatever
out there, whatever you believe in, there's something out there, I guarantee.
It literally drove me. Like I was like, who told you to check your email after like you're in the middle of a breakdown? Yeah. So I was like, well, if I and also you can hear when there's like whispers in your like your soul and your gut, you can just feel like if you don't take this, and so I ended up flying home from Japan, and like in a week I packed up all my things. I was already living like randomly living with like friends and stuff. I didn't have a lot but said goodbye to like my family, and then moved like in a week. Also got like completely high as soon as I got back, like fully relapsed, and like didn't like just was like, I'm gonna go for it, which was crazy. Which is why then when I got to this job at the Baton, like I was like, okay, now I have to like stop. But yeah, I was there from 2005 to 2012. So I was there for a good amount of time, and that felt like I really started to grow up. I felt like I was out of adolescence, and I was able to, have like my first like electric bill, and like do like adult things, and like going shopping and grocery shopping, and figuring out how we live life, what we like about life, and like just going. I used to love just walking down the streets in Chicago, and like having those walking neighborhoods was really cool. And I lived in the gay area because I felt safe, and it was, and like I really made some like amazing friends there. I felt like I became an adult there, and then working at the Baton was like drag university, and there were a lot of trans performers that would be cast members there, and ended up winning Continental, but there were also like non-trans people, so like drag queens, and there wasn't really like language like of non-binary and all that, but there was everybody there. We were all like cast members. There were 7 of us, and I learned so much from those performers, from those women, how to handle yourself like a lady, how to also be like really quick in drag, because we had to do 5 numbers. If we had a opening, intermission number, and like a closing, and then 2 numbers in between those, so we could be on stage 5 times in one show.
Wow.
So like 15 times a night, you'd have to get in and out of drag, and like put on different stuffs, and we had to do a lot of character things, so it wasn't easy. And all of these girls, they could put on their makeup in like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like struggling over here trying to figure out, like, with my training wheels on. But it helped so much because I learned how to be really fast, always be like on time. And that was something that was like really drilled in from dance, like being on time and making sure that you have respect for other people's time and the time that you take up with people. So that really made me like a professional. Yeah. And then was able to get all of that knowledge and what I already had, which was like a real love and passion for performing. I'm a Leo, so I'm gonna be a ham. And I remember my dance director of like our dance studio, like he would always, we would have like this big choreography moment when everyone doing like the hard choreo, and then he would always pull me out and like have me just freestyle. And I thought like, oh, I'm messing up the choreo, like I must be standing out, so he just doesn't know what to do with me. And I was so like self-conscious, but then he was like, no, I like, you're a great dancer, but you're actually like like an amazing actor. Like you know how to freestyle, like you know musicality, and all of those things are perfect for drag. So that's when like I had this really special I wouldn't say gift, but an inclination on music and performing. And then I had all this amazing education from people that I admired, and it was just perfect to be able to win. Yeah.
Wow. Easy win.
Yeah.
So you, I mean, by this point you had, okay, so up to 2012, you've had almost like 10 years of experience.
Yeah.
Probably.
I was
So
about, yeah.
So you were ready, you were prepared for that moment.
I tried 4 times.
Okay.
I tried for Miss Continental. The first time I was 21, and that's the first time you can ever actually run. You have to be at least 21, or you have to be 21. You can't be like 18 or anything. So I ran the first time and I got 5th place, the first time ever, which is kind of unheard of. So that already kind of like gave momentum, and people already were like noticing me as a dancer, and I was like the alternative person in the beginning. Like everybody, when I got to Drag Race, was like, oh, you know, she's a pageant queen. But in the pageant world, I was not a pageant queen. So it's wild, like, to have that perception, like, shift of me. But after the second time I ran, I got offered the job at Continental, at the Baton. And then I waited and I, like, learned. And for a few years, from, like, 2006 to 2009. So I just kind of sat on the sides and was watching how to do it, like how to compete, how to win, and what was the formula, what did you need, and then I realized like there is no formula, like they just want like the most authentic person to win, like, and there's no person that's ever won that is like another. So it's like, what is your special thing that you get to offer this franchise?
Yeah, how do you set yourself apart from everybody else, right?
What is your special thing that's like, oh, that also is a sign of a Miss Continental. So after my 3rd time, I got, in 2009, I got first runner-up. And then I went again 2012, and I won. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good lesson for anybody, right?
Yeah.
You see, you win something,
up.
but
you can
like
delay me, but you can't deny
exactly. me. It's inevitable. But there's so many stories like that where you just keep trying and you fail your first couple of times, and then even a lot of Miss Hawaiʻis. I don't think people know a lot of Miss Hawaiʻis.
Yeah.
That's like their 3rd, 4th, 5th time running, and then they finally win.
Yeah, and a lot of the pageants, like the Miss Universe, like you'll look at like the Philippines, Miss Philippines. It's like these girls will go back like so many times, or like maybe go to a different franchise and then come back. So that's also a cool thing, because a lot of the times like the judges were the same for Continental, so they're watching your growth. They're watching to see if you've taken their notes, and what I always say is like, yeah, you have so many opportunities when you're competing to show them like, oh, I could be a Miss Continental, but what like, what do I give you that you didn't even know that you needed as a viewer? Like, that's the special part. Like, I wasn't expecting, like I was expecting, like, say, like a Broadway number or like a very polished talent, and instead I would give them like more of like a, I guess, like a dance, like what is that? So You Think You Can Dance, kind of like emotional or like kind of edgy number, and they didn't even know that they needed that, but they needed it.
Yeah. I mean, I know when I was watching at 3 a.m. in the morning, I needed sleep, but I got a lot of attitude and sass in those episodes. Period. All right, let's get into more stuff later, but I think some of the social media questions will cover it. Cool. So let's take a quick shishi break, and we'll be right back.
After 175 years, some people still think we're just a ranch.
And we just farm all day.
What they don't realize is we wear many hats. And that's just how we roll. You just might see some old friends.
Or make some new ones.
So come hang with us.
Drive on out to the country.
And get that epic snap.
No matter what you're looking for, come discover where legends are made.
All right, we're back from a quick shishi break. Mahalo to, we don't have a drink sponsor, but to this water from H Mart for providing the best quality shishi from Jeju Island. If you guys do want to sponsor the shishi breaks and provide good quality shishi to us, hit us up. All right, first question comes from Awia Almeida. This person says, how does it feel to have such a devoted lesbian fan base?
You know, the lesbians are such gentlemen.
Oh, they're being sarcastic.
No, like actually very serious. Like my core demographic is lesbians.
Oh.
And a lot of drag queens have a lot of lesbian fan base.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, yeah,
But are they mean sometimes?
No, they're the best. They're like the best.
Oh,
they're
okay.
my guard dogs. The best fans. Yeah, the most supportive. I mean, kind of like in drag in general. I think there's always like amazing, cool lesbians that are always at drag shows. But I mean, especially the butchies in Hawaii, they're always ride or dies.
That's funny. I thought it was a joke when you reacted like that, because 2 episodes ago I was talking with one of my guests how our gay fan base they're so supportive and they're so nice. Yeah. Like all the gay people in our DMs, they're like fire emojis, like the best hype man ever. But then some lesbians don't like us.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to be in like the feminine artifice.
Yeah.
And then they gravitate towards it.
I don't know if it's just because like it's kind of like that man hating kind of stuff that we just fall into. We're very hateable.
I mean, you know, I mean, a lot like lesbians are very much gentlemen to, I feel like, drag queens and like trans women, but they're like bulldogs when it comes to like
well, what I
the
do.
cis men. Yeah.
Anyways, shout out to the lesbians out there.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Okay, next one comes from Callie Codwell 9. This person says, "What's your favorite Hawaiian dance?"
My favorite Hawaiian dance?
Yeah. I'm guessing this is somebody not from Hawaii.
I know. I was like, this person doesn't know hula.
Yeah.
Neither do I. So, I don't know. I just remember, what is it? The Hoekane song, the Jackie Move. You never?
I don't know that one.
Play it.
Play it. Not on this podcast before we get demonetized.
No.
But go look it up. I mean, if we're just talking about like a move, like in hula, which is like the Hawaiian dance. Yeah. I love when people do the back bend. Yeah. I feel like that's the equivalent of like a death drop.
Yeah.
In drag.
Yeah, 100.
It's just like, whew.
I love watching hula. I love watching Mary Monarchs because like I'm just like, watching the different, how they, I mean, it's so strict, right? It's like so strong. And I just love, like, I feel like they're doing, like, sacred geometry. Like, we're casting spells when you see all the different changes and the formations. It's like, we're writing some sort of spells. Like, it's pretty cool.
All right. Next question comes from Fried Juliana 16. This person says, "What's the trick to the perfect eyeliner wing?" I have no idea what that means.
Oh, man. I mean, years of practice and failing and... I think, what is the trick? actually a good close-up mirror, like a good magnifying mirror helps. And I guess like when you hold the pen, I like a good felt tip one. Like don't try and draw it on, like you kind of stamp it a little with the side of the tool. That helps, and take your time. And if you have like, that kind of like hooded eye, like, oh, just got to be careful. Like you got to overextend. It's a lot. I mean, get you some micellar water and clean up the edges, but once you find your eye, I feel like that helps. It's a constant battle. Like sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going to do a really nice cat, and then just ends up being a smoky eye. So my heart goes out to you.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Period.
Yes, period.
Yeah. Next question comes from H_Plushy. This person says, do you have any rituals in preparation for a drag race?
Oh, in preparation for drag race in particular.
Do you have a hype song you're listening to? Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, throws up every time before a game.
Wow.
Do you have anything like that?
Well, it was weird because we didn't have any music we could listen to.
Oh.
So it's like sequestered. Like you're kind of like set to yourself. If you're not on set, you're not really encouraged, or you can't talk to anybody because they don't want to miss everything on camera. So you can't like hang out with the girls, and there's people literally assigned to your hotel room, and like if you want something, there's like a post-it notes and you can slide it under. Like it's pretty strict. So
internment camp kind.
A little bit. It was like, this is also like how they break you down emotionally and mentally, so then you're just like crying on stage.
Yeah. They want all that emotion.
But what did I do? What would I do? Oh gosh. I mean, I have like different things to hype me up like at a normal like drag show, but I guess when I was there, the nice thing is that we did have TV.
So let's talk about RuPaul's Drag Race a little bit since we're on the topic. How did you get casted for it? And I mean, this is my first time watching it, and obviously I knew you were going to win. But even if I didn't know you were going to win, I probably would have known you were going to win, if that makes sense. I mean, just how everybody reacted to you, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's Sasha Colby.
That was pretty cool. I mean, I was doing drag, I mean, before the show started, before the show was like conceived. So I was kind of having my drag career. I was watching this show become this huge global thing while I was doing drag myself. But I was a local queen. I was working after I won Drag Race. I mean, after I won Continental, I wanted to come here, move to LA from Chicago, and try and get on the show. But at that time, in the beginning, they weren't really keen on having trans people on the show. So it was specifically kind of modeled more after Ru's specific journey. So as she's a gay man, so they wanted to see that transformation of like a boy to a drag queen. So I remember I was kind of just always when you come to LA, you're kind of just in the circle. And I knew a lot of girls that were already on it, and a lot of former queens that were also pageant queens. Like I all knew like Alyssa Edwards and Roxy Andrews, who's like a former Continental. I saw them all doing it. And I'm like, man, I want to do this. Like, but there was a time where they just weren't really letting the dolls on, and I remember we were trying. I didn't audition, but I was just trying to feel out if they would even like want me, and just kind of feeling like, oh, I don't think they're ready to like have trans people on. And I was like super bitter and super like mad, but I was choreographing for a lot of the Drag Race alumni already. They were doing music videos and their own music, so I would be kind of the go-to person that would choreograph for them for their music videos. So I was part of like the machine before I was able to like participate in the show. And I remember I just kind of like gave up on the idea. I was like, it's not gonna happen for me. So let me try and figure out. That's when I started to, I was also like auditioning for dancing gigs and auditioning for like TV or movie roles, and I wanted to focus on that. And then my drag daughter, Carrie Colby, she actually got casted the year season 14.
Right
So I was
before,
season
yeah.
15, yeah. And she got casted as the first like openly like trans person. So she came to her first appearance in the workroom as like with the trans flag and everything. And finally I was like, oh, like they're taking people that look and perform like me. So, and I always say this as a joke, but I'm like, I couldn't let Carrie be the most famous Colby, so
Yeah.
I had to. I auditioned for the first time for season 15, and I got it the first time, and that's like, girls are doing it over and over again, trying to see it, but somehow I got on, and rest is crazy history.
Yeah. You said, Carrie, hold my wig. Yeah, I got this. Let Mama show you how it's done.
I think like even coming up with that, everybody asked like, oh, who wrote that joke? Your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen? I'm like, it wasn't a joke. That was me going, if you like these girls, you're gonna love me, because all these girls like I grew up with, and like we all share the same inspiration and the same like references and drag and stuff. So yeah, I was just like, well, if the girl that you like, she probably likes me. She probably is. Like, I'm her favorite, so
Yeah,
because it just came out.
Because you have charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Period.
Yeah. I was well prepared for this episode.
I'm so glad.
Fate gave me all the rundown of everything.
Ally.
So shout out to my girlfriend Fate.
Allies.
Yeah.
I feel like after you do something like Drag Race and you do a couple of like U.S. tours that is like self-funded and was like a one-woman show sort of with like 2 dancers, I feel like I flexed that muscle enough. And I wanted to figure out how to stay creative, and like my whole thing is always telling stories. Like I like to tell stories with my performances, but how to flex a different creative muscle. So now I want to tell other people's stories, whether it's in film or on like in plays, and not have it be always me telling my own story. So I think for now we're chilling with that, but you can always catch me at like your drag circuit.
So what's a drag circuit for somebody who has no idea what that is? That just like you're performing like kind of like comedy clubs, like comedians they
like
bounce between
gay
comedy
bars,
clubs,
prides, like more of those events that we as drag artists like we're always just working. But yeah, like especially that's what you do when you come off of Drag Race. Like you do all the nightclubs and all the different like bars throughout the country, and then you get to go out of the country and do like amazing places. And I love traveling and meeting different people, meeting different cultures, seeing where the queer people reside, how they have fun, how they how they celebrate. And the nice thing is I always find when I do travel a lot, because I do travel a lot, is just seeing how like we're all the same, no matter where you are. I could be in like Louisville, Kentucky, or I could be in Waikiki, or like Madrid. It's all like there's the same group of people, the same energy that we all can feel safe with and just feel comfortable. And it's always the same. It's always like the same kind of drama too. Like I love that. Like I never have to be in one place too long, so I can go into like a nightclub. I can hang out with the girls and like see who like doesn't like who in the cast and what's the latest drama. Be a fly on the wall and then leave.
Like, not my problem
never
anymore.
get caught up in the drama.
That's fun. I mean, it must be a wild scene and so much fun, and it probably takes a lot of energy, so I can see why people might need cocaine to get by the night. But hopefully, there's other alternatives like coffee and energy drinks.
A good espresso martini.
Yeah, I don't even know how healthy is even an energy drink, right? So like, I don't know. I dressed in drag once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In Peace Corps when I was there. So we have like our group in our training facility, and one of our volunteers, he wanted to. It was like his not coming out party, but like first time dressing in drag.
Okay.
Like tucked and everything, and so we had this whole night where, and there's nothing to do in the Peace Corps. I mean, because
Yeah, you're making your own
you just gotta
shows.
entertain yourself. So everybody dressed in drag that night, and I put a dress,
is
and
so
they
fun.
I had long hair and like a beard and everything, and they put lipstick on me, and we
You
have like
sitting your
a
honey girl.
picture. Yeah. So I don't know. I felt like I looked pretty good in that dress.
Probably, I mean,
I think I probably have a
probably
picture.
compared to the others.
I don't know. I mean, it was Edgar's night, but I don't know. Kamaka.
Shout out to Edgar.
Kamaka kind of shut it down. I don't even know if I have a picture. Let me see if I can show you. So you can rate me. Or there. Here we go.
Okay.
We have a group picture. We have a group
Oh
picture
my
here.
gosh.
I know maybe we can put it on camera or something. This is everybody. This is me.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
So you're in the hula pose. You got the poses down.
Yeah, there we go. In the green dress.
You know what? Pretty good.
Like I could maybe make it on season 31 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I mean, I've seen worse on this show.
I can get 15th place, 16th
This is
place.
fun. This is fun. But I feel like you're the only one really like getting into drag.
Yeah, you gotta go all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. Good job.
But no, but
actually.
it is fun, you know, just like
you win this maxi challenge.
Thank you. Where's my $5,000? But it is fun doing that. I mean, like yes, we did that just as one night and just to support our friend Edgar. But like people do cosplay, people do all of that. It's like it's fun, like just changing it up,
Being out of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I can see how people love doing it and how
It is addicting.
fun it can be.
It is addicting.
Yeah.
And then, if you're a ham and you get you love applause, like it's just
Yeah.
it all kind of coincides with it.
Yeah, I mean that's actually not the first time I wore a dress. The first time was when I went to Halloween in Waikiki with my friend Royce. We dressed up as grandmas. We got mu'umu'us and we had wigs. And
That's good.
he had a walk. I had a walker. He had a cane.
That's not
and,
bad.
And then we were going.
Also, it's cultural.
Yeah.
Give me
But
tutu.
it was so fun, and we were like falling down, and people were picking us up, and we would help each other up, and then the other person would fall. But that's kind of just like doing a skit and stuff. Yeah,
That's fun. That's like the Bradas, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was like the old Bradas.
Also, like Halloween in Waikiki is like the funnest thing back in the day.
Back
It's
in the
like-
day, I don't know about now.
Especially when you had nothing else to do. Like
Yeah.
if we were underage, like everyone's like chipping
Yeah.
in to get a hotel, and you're probably drinking, one of the parents getting you liquor,
Or
and you just walk around and like kind of terrorize everybody.
Yeah. I mean, now it's kind of getting sketched with all the violence going on. People maybe
Yeah.
terrorizing with machetes and guns.
Yeah, they're getting crazy
It
out
was
there.
more fun before that, guys.
It was a lot more fun.
All right, next question comes from Vibes of Luismi. This person says, advice for your younger self.
Advice for my younger self.
I like the part in the show where they showed the young
Oh,
picture of
that's when
you,
I
and then,
cried.
yeah, you said something nice like your dreams are gonna come true.
Since I already said all that, I'll
Yeah.
piggyback off of that. But probably I would tell myself as a younger self, like, nothing's wrong with you. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. Because I think that's something I held on to well into my adult life. Thinking that, like, I was thinking, like, I was obsessed after getting clean from meth. Like, I was on a meditation and reading all this other kind of stuff, and also trying to find spirituality, and like that wasn't attached with religion. But I would carry on this shame that was kind of instilled, and feeling like something was always wrong with me, to the point where I used like self-help and like learning about myself as like I would wake up thinking that something's wrong with me, and like using like therapy and trying to like better myself was really me like reinforcing that I wasn't whole or I wasn't complete and something was wrong. And so I think if I could tell myself that you're actually fine, like nothing's wrong with you, I think if a lot of people said that to themselves, it would help.
Yeah. I mean, we all make up these scenarios in our head, and like fear is just an illusion of things that don't even happen for the most part. But it's just getting through that and being like, it's okay to do it. I mean, we all, I think a lot of us, especially in Hawaii, maybe we all go through some sort of identity crisis at some point, whether that's
yeah.
like with your cultural identity, sexual identity. So like kind of like you said, when you go to the other places, you feel like you realize like, oh, everybody's kind of the same. Like
Yeah.
everybody's kind of the same in life, where we all have issues and we have
Yes.
problems.
I literally love
Yeah.
asking people like, oh, so what's your damage?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
How did you?
What
like,
gives you anxiety?
Yeah, like what's your tornado that I'm about to crash into with mine? But
Yeah.
it's also how do you metabolize it as an adult? You know,
Mhm,
how do
yeah.
you work through that? And that's the whole part of this journey, right?
Yeah, it's find your coping mechanisms, find
How
how
to
you
undo
recharge. Yeah.
What was done to you?
Yeah. A lot of it is just from childhood. I talk
It
to
really
people
is.
and I learn more about people's life stories, and a lot of it is just like what affected you in childhood, and
It really is.
kind
I
of
mean,
unlearning stuff.
Yeah, and that like just knowing like attachment style
Yeah.
and your love language, it's so linked to whatever what was absent in your upbringing.
Yeah,
that's what you
exactly.
value. That's what you maybe like constantly search for but can't find. But,
Okay,
yeah.
wow, okay, I get it. I never won a fantasy football championship. That's why I'm chasing it. Okay, wow, never in the NFL. Gosh, what is this,
shattered.
therapy? God, that hit deep, Sasha.
Sorry, I didn't need to look right. in your
Yeah.
eye for that one.
That's why I love sports so much, because I was always the bride, never the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Did you play sports?
I did all my life.
All
yeah.
of it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all kinds of sports?
Soccer, football, and then some basketball just after college, like with friends.
Nice.
But yeah, I won a
Not
couple
sports
championships.
person.
Yeah, it's all
I
right.
think my brother, they tried to put me in baseball, and I was probably
In the
like
outfield.
the outfield left kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like wandering around, like dancing, probably thinking I'm like transforming myself into Sailor Moon. And they were like, you know what? It's okay.
Sailor Moon was an awesome show.
Sailor Moon was
Great theme
awesome.
song.
Yes.
All right, next question comes from Madge the Dolly. This person says, how do you protect your peace, especially as a doll?
Whew. It's a hard one. Because so many people are trying to take your piece. You know what's weird? Like how we were talking about peace earlier, and like how like for me, I feel like I'm my job makes me an extrovert, but naturally I'm an introvert. Naturally, I find peace when I can recharge and be myself, and be alone with myself. But I feel like I want to say, especially for the dolls, like it's so hard to find community. And I'm lucky to be Hawaiian and to be brought up with like a lot of like aunties that I'll still go home to Hawaii, and like I'll be like, oh, I'm home for like the week, like let's have barbecue. And so we'll like either go to Waimanalo Beach Park or to Zublands and like spend the whole day there. And then you see like 4 generations of trans people, all like we just all live our lives together. And I think that's the most peace I find. Like I find that I can go there, talk with the aunties. You know, they give me encouragement. They say how proud they are that I get to represent them, like on this bigger scale. And then it literally like fills me up so I can go another 6 months and like into the world. But I think finding community is the hardest part when you're a trans person, especially if you're in these states and towns that are scary to live in, and like laws are being passed constantly, just stripping us of our humanity. And I find if you can't find people in person that speak your language, that's like your tribe, like luckily we have an online presence and we can find people and then go to like just like go to these liberal cities, you know, the ones by the water usually are the ones that are pretty liberal, where you find your community, because that's where you find peace and joy as a trans person, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, finding your community is hard enough as an adult.
Yeah.
Especially when your close childhood friends, you split up from them if you're not in the same area.
Yeah.
A lot of times it becomes your coworkers or just people in close proximity.
Kind of by proxy.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, we got to be friends
Yeah,
now.
exactly. But then having like even a smaller niche of, a smaller tribe of people that like only they really understand
Yeah.
you, you know, it's, I'm happy that you found that, but I know how hard it is.
It is,
It's
and I never. Well, I used to maybe take it for granted a bit, but I never realized until I started, just traveling more, that not just like the trans community in Hawaii, but my friends from dance that are still my friends for 25 years, and we've lived life. We all go through. We're all there to support each other with our ups and downs in life, and through marriages and babies and deaths in families. We have built this like tight knit community, and those were like my biggest cheerleaders when I was on Drag Race. Those are the people that when I felt like I couldn't go on, or like it was just like too much pressure to do certain things, like they would hype me. They to this day just hype me up so much, and not a lot of people get that, and I'm really, really lucky that I get to have that. But I don't know. My group of friends are really, really cool. Like they're all creative. They're all, we were all just at the ballet bar together growing up, and then was able to excel in all of our different fields, like whether it was being a choreographer or a dancer, a stylist, acting, clothes, all these different things, but we all ended up just really hyping each other up. And I did realize that it's not like that's a really not common thing. And I also noticed, like with my friends, like it's really weird when you meet somebody and they don't have like a purpose. Like I remember I was dating this one guy, and he just didn't, like he was just like happy working at like a regular 9-to-5 job, which is no like, it's not a bad thing, but we're so used to, as my group of friends, to like have like this purpose, have like a driving need to be creative or to share stories, and to find people that don't, it's like wild to me. I'm like, well, how do you, like, what wakes you up in the morning?
Yeah, what motivates you, right?
I know.
Yeah, it can't
even
just
the
be,
smallest thing, like, it doesn't have to be creative, but like even just like what makes you feel alive, and what makes you feel like you're contributing.
Yeah, even if it's just like you do work a 9-to-5, but your purpose is, I really want to change the world and give back to the kids, but maybe this is just the vehicle that I'm in right now, and yeah, I agree. You need to have some sort of like greater goal and something to motivate you and keep you waking up in the morning.
Yeah, get excited to live, because I mean, there's so many things like that make you not excited to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And just turn around and like
waking
go
up.
back to sleep.
Waking up doesn't make me excited to wake up in the morning.
No, never, never have I ever.
All right, next question comes from Kaleo Kauhola. This person says, how do you preserve culture, Kanaka/Mahu identity, and traditions far from home?
I've always had an interesting relationship with finding my Hawaiian culture. Having been othered so much, I never really leaned in towards like learning about being Hawaiian and being Kanaka. It was just kind of I was looking outward more, and it wasn't until I moved to the mainland and moved to Chicago that all of a sudden I wasn't called haole. I was looked at as being exotic, or being that like of what a Hawaiian person looks like, and that's when I started really kind of exploring what that was. And I always say, like, also being in a really religious family, and religion just wipes out ethnicity. That was its purpose. So when I grew up, like even my pure Hawaiian father, would instill in us like, you can't act too Hawaiian. You gotta speak proper English, or else you're not gonna get a job. You won't be respected. And this is a man that was one of those Hawaiians that was jumping off the pier when all the cruise ships would fly the coins into the water. And like he was one of those Hawaiian men that was doing a pretty subservient thing. And to hear him have to teach us about how to like code switch and how to hide it, because he wanted the best for us, that really put a lot of distance between me and my culture. And then I had like, after like getting away from the church, then I started to find like spirituality more, and that's when I started to really get into, because I was always actually into like a lot of Hawaiian culture when it came to like because I love like Greek gods and goddesses and mythology. So I loved anything about that in Hawaii, and I was really obsessed with like I'm still obsessed with like any kind of monarchy and like that kind of like feudalist way of oppression. But knowing that like our monarchs, like our royal family, how they blended that with like the pagan side of our history, really started me to like get to know more of my Hawaiian side. And also the aunties. The aunties were the ones that, you know, I felt more like I was experiencing like a Hawaiian community. And it was really the Mahu community that was making it so okay. And I always felt like I wasn't Hawaiian enough. So I never felt like I could speak on it enough. And it wasn't until I became in this position after Drag Race that I talked to a lot of like different kumus, like kumuhina, and asking them, like even when I did my my entrance look for the workroom and I was in like the tribal with all the tattoos and stuff, I wanted to make sure that I was honoring it. I wasn't making like a caricature out of it. And I just remember like they were telling me, because I would want to make sure that I'm doing this like correct and not getting like backlash from people, but they would tell me, you know, like you are Hawaiian, your experience is enough. Like you don't have to like pretend. So also just knowing that like because at the end of the day, what we are just like storytellers. That's how we pass everything along. And I naturally, my purpose is to tell stories, whether it's mine or people that are like me. So I think that's how I practice. And I've never tried to be like too performative when it's like I'm not gonna pretend I'm like super connect when I'm not. But like, you know, I feel like it's enough where it's authentic.
Yeah, I mean, you do it tastefully. I mean, we saw you in the back with the pareo changing and the, subtle stuff like that we love. You know, it's just like, you don't got to be so overt, but like have these little things that just like intertwine perfectly into your life without being too much so flashy and being like, I'm only doing this to perform.
Yeah, I like how we were saying earlier, like, I just got brain fart. Hold on. Like how like the same kind of Hawaiian who's like very, you know, maybe like hula oriented, and then the same brother who, you know, just likes the wheelies and the F-150s.
Yeah, and likes to
that's also so like my way.
Sandy's.
Yeah, my way of being Hawaiian and showing my culture and how I grew up. Like whatever I did know is like enough.
Yeah, totally. I mean, anything a Hawaiian does is Hawaiian. You know, if you have Hawaiian blood and you're doing Drag Race, then you're representing Hawaii and Hawaiians in the drag scene, you know? So I think no matter where you're at, what you're doing in the world, you can still represent Hawaii, and you've been doing that so well over the last 2-3 decades, and I think that's why people love you.
It's so wild to be told like, oh, you're not part of this, you know, this culture, and then to just do your normal thing. And then hear so much feedback of how like it makes so many people proud to be Hawaiian. It's pretty full circle. Like wild how the same people that maybe didn't consider me Hawaiian is now proud to say that I'm a representative of them. Yeah,
totally. I mean, we're taking from our roots and we're just doing things and it looks different. You know, instead of hula, you're dancing on stage, doing drag, you know? Instead of doing an ollie, I'm talking in front of a mic. We're storytelling, we're sharing, you know? I think it's just, we have to look at it differently.
Yeah, it's like not the evolution of who we are. Yeah. And it's really like the mixed plate of how we all came.
Exactly. All right, couple more questions and then we'll wrap this up. Next question comes from _Alex Saul. This person says, what's a song you've always wanted to perform but haven't found the right moment for?
Ooh. I mean, I will do a wrist-slitting ballad in the middle of a nightclub. I don't care. So I get to like fulfill most of the songs that I want to do, but I guess like what I haven't been able to do that I would like to do is like Olivia Dean. I'm like obsessed with her, and it's like she sounds so light and poppy, or happy, but like all her lyrics are just so heartbreaking.
Sad, yeah.
And I mean, I love a sad Sasha on stage. Like, give me something to like unrequited love or something to talk about. That makes my creative juices going. But there's never really a place to do Olivia Dean, like, especially when I was just doing Pride, and you gotta do high energy numbers. Hopefully there'll be a moment where I can do a little song for her.
RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars.
Sad version.
Yeah, sad. Sad All Stars.
Sad stars.
Sad stars. All right, next question comes from Kiani Chavoya. This person says, if you weren't doing drag, what would your day job be? By the way, I love you, Miss Colby.
Thank you. I really have no discernible skills other than drag. So,
You could be like a TV. I can see you like as actress or TV show
I mean,
host.
like a news anchor or something like that. I could be like a TV host, but I think like I was never good. I mean, I tried to do hair, and then I was like, that's too much work. That's too much like math. Or else you're gonna get the chemistry wrong. I tried to do makeup. I worked at like the Gap, so I know I was just talking to a friend, like I don't know how I would handle like a 9 to 5 or being at a desk or having to answer to somebody. That's just like, so hopefully, like, honestly, I would marry rich, be a housewife.
Period.
I know how to cook really well. So.
Yeah. I support that. I openly support like
It's work.
Like sugar babies and sugar daddies. Like if you actually find love there, that's a bonus. But I mean, it's a vehicle to get you to a destination for now. It doesn't have to be forever. No. And if it's mutually beneficial. Like whatever the sugar daddy is doing, like he's getting something in return. Whatever the sugar baby is, you're getting. It's mutually beneficial.
It is.
If it's not mutually beneficial, don't do it.
No.
Just don't do things that hurt other people and don't make you happy.
And I tried to go like the sugar babe round, but I just buck authority. There's only so much a man can tell me what to do before I start, getting to the bun.
That's funny. All right. Plowman.Tatiana says,
Hey.
What's your favorite form of self-care?
Besides smoking weed.
Smoking weed in a different form.
Edibles, no.
Yeah.
I think the self-care, honestly, is like a lot of cooking at home, like cooking for loved ones. I love really now like spending time with my puppy. I have a 6-month-old puppy, and she's like the light of my life. It's like everything. I can just put everything on her. But the self-care is, I mean, I do love a good, like, Korean skincare night. Like, pile it on. Like, just layer about 13 products on you. And disassociate with either, like, having some sort of documentary or, like, Game of Thrones on while scrolling recipes. Like, that's self-care.
Nice. Sounds awesome to me.
People go for hikes. I'm not doing all that. Never hike Cocoa Head. No.
Yeah. I'm a Cocoa Head hater.
Yeah, I can't. Not one tree.
It's not a hike to me. It's just a workout.
Yeah,
it's torture.
It looks like the floor is lava. Like some sort of like that's just awful.
The only way for me to do Cocoa Head consistently if there's a zip line from the top all the way to Sandy's.
I wouldn't mind. But also I'd be kind of freaked out to zip line, honestly. Like I'm not jumping out of a plane. I can't do like
heights.
Bungee jumping. I think it's like that. Like that looking over and like having you feel that butterflies and trying to reach right now. I just can't.
Okay. Stay home, smoke weed.
Yeah, safe.
Speaking of that, you have a new collaboration. I know we kind of mentioned it earlier, but do you want to just talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So I collab with this company called Flamer, and the way for like weed laws, like it's based on state. So you have to sell the weed in the state that you grow the weed. So right now they're based in New York. So we're in about 150 dispensaries in New York City, and they have a great line of cannabis products. But I jumped in to collab with them in their infused pre-roll line. So that means like it's a pre-roll that you can get. So you can get a box or like a single. And infused is like it's either infused with like hash or resin and then rolled in cannabis oil and then like shaken, baked, rolled in keef, which is like the small little dust that you get from weed. So I'm known to smoke, to have a really high tolerance. And my like kind of thing is when I smoke with people at gigs or like we're after the show, everyone's like, oh, she got me so high. So I'm like, how do I put that in a pre-roll? And I did painstaking research. Hours and hours of testing.
Oh, so much research.
To make sure that it's just a perfect product for the maybe not so casual smoker.
Okay.
But right now it's Sasha Colby Kush, and you can get it in a lot of dispensaries in New York State. And we're working with different states for different licensing to work with different grow farms, and we can get more out there. So, but it's going really well. Flamer is great because they are a POC and queer owned. So it's just a bunch of queer kids from Brooklyn that are focused a lot on community. Because I was trying to get into the weed business when I got off of Drag Race. It was like one of the things I wanted to try and get into, but it's a boys club. Like there's a lot of it's like pretty intense. So to find people that wanted to collaborate, not with just a woman but a trans woman, was pretty hard. It was few and far between. So I just kind of was letting things naturally happen, and I happened to work with them when I was in Brooklyn, and then they approached me, and I was like, "This is perfect. This is exactly what It just not work when you love what you do."
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Well, congrats on that.
Yeah.
I joke, and I think I brought this up a couple episodes ago, that my rapper name would be Kamaka Flocka Flame. And because I have a lot of gay love from my fans would be called Kamaka Flocka Flamers. So, I mean, if there's a future collab, it makes zero sense, but if there's a future collab, hit me up.
We always love a good name in the weed business. So
yeah, I don't smoke, but I can get it to people who do. I know a lot of people who do.
We got a good
I'm
network.
a good middleman.
Yeah.
All right, last question comes from my sister, Kanoilehua Robinson. Sorry.
Was that your actual sister?
Yeah, my actual sister.
Oh,
the one that's
cool.
on the Aloha Mac box. So every time I say the name Kanoe... Let's get through this. Robinson. She says, what do you want to be remembered for in life? She's a big fan, by the way.
When I was a little kid, remember they asked you like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And people were like, a lawyer, a banker. And I just said great. And I didn't know what that meant, but I think I just cannot like check that off. Like I've had a great life, and I think the thing that I love the most is, I mean, I get a lot of your mother and the hair whips and the fierce dancer, but I just know that like what really makes me feel happy is when people are like, oh, she's really cool behind stage. She's really cool in the backstage, or she's so much fun. You would never think like she looks like kind of unapproachable and like maybe a bitch, but like for me to show my Aloha spirit is when I feel like the most fulfilled. So I want to be remembered as like someone who is kind and generous to people, and making people feel like they can be like the strongest version of themselves.
Beautiful.
Like, through just by example. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like my purpose is.
Well, I can vouch for that. She hasn't roasted me or said anything about my outfit or gave me any shade so far.
I guess I'm like the one, like, I guess like the, not the typical,
I'm not like them other girls.
Just reading. No, like I also remember like, like it's always like don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
And I've met like people that I've looked up to, and then, you're human. You're going to be a human. And sometimes it kind of lets people down, and I just never want to do that to somebody. I never want their experience of me to be like, oh, she's a bitch.
Yeah. Well,
but like, bitch.
On that note, can you roast me? Can you do like a not like a bad roast?
I'm just mean. I'm not good at this.
No, you know how like in the show they're like, oh, take off their wig and they look like a pizza driver or something, or like the acronym stuff and something
man.
Like
See,
just
I
look.
was never good at that.
Oh, you're never good at that?
Like they even have.
I don't get offended. I won't get offended.
I know, but I can't. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It's not
Because
part-
there's nothing that
it's
you
not
could
a
roast me
reflex.
about. That's what it is.
Period.
Mahalo everybody for the social media questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe a question will make it on the podcast. We're coming to the back end of the podcast, and I like to ask all of my guests the same question about keeping it aloha.
Yeah.
It's the name of the show. It's something I try to do every day of my life. So I want to know, in your life, how do you keep it aloha?
Like sometimes when I'm out of when I'm traveling a lot, and I forget, like I need to see like my Hawaiian friends. So like even for 4th of July, we actually all came together on the 5th of July because that's when we were all like in the town. And we just had a barbecue at my friend's house, and I just needed like some good mahu. Like I needed like my mouth for broke and just like have good mac salad. And I think that's how I keep it aloha. Is like just staying in touch when you're on the mainland. It's just or the continental U.S. I don't call it mainland, but when you're off island, to try and stay with that aloha spirit and not get so howlified.
Yeah, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah, and like going through all these different countries and like also like keeping it aloha was like I got to work in Paris like about a month ago for this like amazing charity that was like helping trans refugees, and they wanted me to do a number, and I did because I do know a little bit of hula now in my later years, but I was able to like do the hula in Paris for people that have never seen the hula before. So that's also a great way to keep aloha. Nice,
love it. Thank you for representing us so well and keeping it aloha everywhere you go. You're also very humble. I think I get that, and from some of the nice comments that RuPaul said and some of the judges, like your inner beauty will last forever, and I think it's true. Like I'm just reiterating that for all the viewers over here. I mean, off the camera, on the camera, you're the same person. Very nice, very humble.
That's what I really liked when I was watching, or my friends were watching the show. They're like, oh yeah, that's exactly what she would do. Like I wasn't like I didn't get choked up in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But I remember my drag mother when I was like first starting like to perform, and she's like told me after a show, she's like, you can look very like high maka maka. You can like look like you're a bitch. So just remember when you come off stage that that's not you, and you make sure you be aloha in the back. And she's like, and that's what's gonna get you booked again. Wow. And that's literally what gets you booked again. Yeah.
That must be kind of hard though, balancing it, right? Because we come from this culture of like being humble, being a little bit more reserved, and not being like I'm the best, even though when you're in a profession you need to be the best. So even some athletes that come out of Hawaii, they have to have that mindset of like I'm better than you, or you're not gonna make it. And for you, you're on stage and it's flashy, it's high energy, it's like girls sit down, it's all about me, right? Like, but then you come off and you have to do you have to flip it on and off, and how hard is it to go bounce back and forth?
Well, I knew that I can come off very intimidating when people meet me, or if they don't know me. So I actually find it fun to break and be goofy and be silly, and that's when people really are like, oh wow, cool, you don't believe your own hype.
Yeah.
But I do. At the end of the day, I tell myself that I'm the best, and I could smoke anybody around me, but I also know every queen around me is as delusional as I am, and they believe the same thing. So I do like the juxtaposition of being able to be intimidating, because it does have a bit of a safety boundaries, so people are like, oh, I don't know if I can approach her, and if I want to, then you'll see the softer side of me. But I think that I like that. I remember I was watching this show, or this behind the scenes of this model, Linda Evangelista, or no, who was it? Was it her? Oh, it was somebody. Oh, it was Paulina Porskova. It was for Sports Illustrated, and she started to model with this towel on her head, and she was just the most diva, most beautiful thing. And as soon as it said cut, she just broke and was goofy. I'm like, that's so hot, that's so cool, and that's that. You're not believing your own hype. So I've always liked to do that.
Yeah, totally. I think I always joke off or on the podcast is I'm pretty proper, and pretty wholesome, which I am in life, but I think I'm a lot more inappropriate off camera.
Oh, 100.
Like I would get canceled. Like the things that's
Yes.
going back and forth on Instagram with memes and everything. Like,
Do you have like I
Yeah.
have those? I have like friends where we have a group chat on text and we have the same group chat.
yeah.
On and like so we could be simultaneously having two conversations
Yeah.
on two different things, and we keep up with it. That's like elite friend group.
Yeah, exactly.
But also like me and my partners, we have like cancel couch. Do not let anything leave this couch.
Don't leak this chat.
Oh
leak
my gosh,
everything
don't leak
else,
the
just
chat.
not this chat.
Oh, sometimes I'm like, this chat would get me like, this would get us in trouble.
Yeah.
My PR is like, don't say it.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. What is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't?
God, I feel like I talk about myself. I just do nothing but talk about myself. There's no secrets like with my life, but I think something that people don't know.
Or what do you think they might misunderstand?
Like I still have a hard time like accepting compliments.
Mhm.
Honestly, like I think it's just like wanting to like the perfectionist side of me, which is, stems from like a lot of critical thinking. So, I think as much power and strength as I like to elicit from my performances, I'm like so self-conscious. Like to this day, I'm 41. Like I still deal with like how to talk to yourself like with grace and like being gentle to yourself, because sometimes when you talk to yourself, you're like, God, I would never let a friend talk to themselves that way, or like I would never stand for that. Why am I letting that happen to me? So that's always the constant thing I'm trying to be mindful of is I guess how also like my anxiety is like super high. That's why I smoke so much weed.
Mhm.
Like I'm not really on like prescription pills,
Mhm.
but like yeah, I'm constantly. It's a gift and a curse because it helps in my job, like being over analytical and being like super type A when it comes to that. But you can get your thoughts, and it can get pretty loud in there sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of my guests, I believe it was Chardonnay, she said like you gotta talk to yourself like you talk to your best friend and hype them up, like hype yourself up the same way you're hyping up your best friend.
And like even on my screensaver, my background is like baby pictures of me.
Yeah.
Because I have to look at that and remind myself like this person right here, this little one, like there's nothing wrong with you, and like be kinder to that one that's still living inside you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a nice constant reminder.
Yeah. What do you love most about being from Waimanalo? Or just Hawaii
being
in general?
tough,
Yeah.
being rough and tough. Like my whole
You got that tita in you.
The whole like the sexiest like girl to me is the tita at the beach that looks beautiful in a swimsuit but will fucking lick you. Right? Like you have to like, and I love that duality of being honey girl but also being like don't fuck with me. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to swear in here, but
Yeah, you can swear, you can do whatever you want.
But yeah,
if this
like,
was somewhere else, you could be smoking weed if you wanted to.
next time outside.
Yeah. I just want my guests to be their true, authentic self.
I would be a lot more. I don't know. Maybe I'd be a lot more funny if I was.
Maybe that's a future
stoner.
episode. Yeah. Right on. All right, so we're coming to the back end of the podcast. Just got a couple more questions, and then we'll rip some Pokemon packs and get out of here.
That's right.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Who cares about the guests? I just want to rip Pokemon cards. Nah. What are you most proud of? You've had so many accomplishments. I mean, in the history of drag, you are at the top. Amongst I don't know much, but I know you're at the top. But what would you say you're most proud of?
I think I'm most proud of my stubborn, like, tenacity. Like, no matter what anybody told me or said I couldn't do, I just kept doing it. I'm really proud that I didn't give up. in a lot of situations that I could have, or like given into things like drugs. For me to come out of a lot of things, like people don't come off of meth, you know, they don't come off of ice. It's like a constant relationship that you have your whole life. And for me to have found my calling and my purpose really fills up that need that drugs take over in a person's life. So I'm just really proud of me just keep doing it, keep on doing it. And all the things that I have been able to do while not losing who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, staying true to yourself.
Yeah. And being somebody with integrity, and being somebody that my friends can look at and be proud of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of you. So what does the next couple of years look like for you? Anything exciting coming up?
I mean, there's, I never know what I'm going to do. Like how you said, one day I was giving a speech at the vice president's house. And then one day I'm introducing somebody at the VMAs. I love waking up and seeing my calendar and just seeing all the cool things I can do. I'm excited that we've actually done some things that I can't really say, but by the time this comes out, it should be out.
Okay.
But keep a lookout for, I can't really say, but a fun creative
Pokemon
project
collaboration,
that I did.
Pokemon
Yes.
collaboration. Please, please, please.
I did a fun, just say music video.
Okay.
Which was really cool.
Pokemon theme song music video. Pokemon theme song music video.
And got some fun acting gigs coming up in the future. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Can't wait to see you in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes, come on. Superhero.
All right. What do you hope people take away from this episode after they're watching? Hopefully they're still watching this, but after they've watched this.
Hopefully they didn't bore you to tears.
Yeah, no. Never boring.
What I do like to leave people feeling, whether they watch a Sasha Colby show or just talk to me, is to feel empowered to go out and accomplish something that they're scared of doing, and to find their strength. Especially I love portraying a strong woman, and a woman that doesn't take any crap from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I love inspiring people to do drag themselves, or find community, making a drag house, doing community service, learning about their culture, making poetry or song, just something that inspires them. That's what I hope to leave. You empowered to be she did all that. I can do this,
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Mahalo for doing that and inspiring so many. All right. Do you have a life hack you can share with us before we start to end this thing?
Life hack.
Yeah. Could you pass my bag? I think I have some Pokemon cards in there, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Life hack.
The 151 tin, I think.
What's a life hack? I think.
I know you shared some road hack or something on.
Oh yeah,
on your
on
story.
tour.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always about avoiding anxious moments or running late. I just have such a big thing about being tardy. So I always say, be on time to your job, and
If you're on time, you're late. That's what they say, right?
And if you do your job, then you should be demanding for your worth as well.
Mm-hmm. So don't be on Hawaiian time.
That was the hardest thing growing up. And I think that's where I came up with my anxiety of being late all the time, because my parents kind of were older, so they dropped the ball when they had to take me to school. And they shame you at school, you got to go in the back, or you got to write I will not be tardy. And it's that always, because I was always late, because they always would just be late dropping me off. So that really, I think that trauma has really made me a good person with time. I'm never late. I'm always on time.
Yeah,
or I'm always early.
Sometimes trauma works out for the best.
Yeah, you can metabolize it in a way that is beneficial for your job.
Yeah, for us, when we were late at our Hawaiian immersion school, we'd have to Oli by ourselves to get in. But most times I didn't get caught. I would skip the Pico hide in the bathroom and then be I was there the whole time. Yeah. But anyways, all right. So I got some Pokemon packs. These are good ones. These are expensive packs. 151. Only the best for Sasha Colby. So these are all the original 151 Pokemon. So you might, I don't know if you've ripped any but
this is actually my first time.
Okay, but you know some Pokemon, Pikachu,
Yeah.
and right? All right, so what you do is you make a little puka at the top.
Uh-huh. Make a puka at
Yeah,
the
so you
top.
can just grab the two
I
ends and then go
see.
like that.
Oh,
See if you can do
the
it with the
nails.
Yeah. I can help you if you need.
then you might have to start it for me.
Yeah. Here you go. Just
You're a
make it.
pro.
I am a pro. We've ripped a lot of packs. This is where all the sponsorship
See,
money goes to.
I grew up and I had Pogs. That was I'm
Oh,
gonna
Pogs,
age
yeah,
myself.
yeah. That's how I always said Pogs is what made all us Hawaiians addicted to gambling. It
Yeah.
started off early. Okay, so you flip it the other way. Take that out, that back card. And then we like to put this one to the front. Yeah, and then we like to guess the color of the energy. So I'm going to go with
Ooh, it's
silver.
like tarot.
Okay, it's yellow.
Of this one?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't guess, but
Oh, damn. Sorry.
guess it. Say brown.
Orange.
Orange, sure, orange. It's
Well,
orange
I
now.
would've-
If Sasha Colby says it's orange, it's orange.
I would. Is it orange? Is that?
It's the
like
brown.
brown,
They say
bronze?
fighting. We call it
Okay.
power to the people, that one,
Okay.
because of the hand.
I would have said orange, so I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite color anyway. So.
Okay. So you just go. You can watch me. So you reveal it one by one, and all these first cards are just common cards. People play the game, so they use it in the game. So then you come to the shiny ones, the
Special
hollows.
ones.
Yeah, and then I didn't get anything. You're looking for like a full art card.
A full art
Yeah,
without
so-
the words.
Yeah. So
Ooh. Okay. Here we go.
we see what mother gets. And there's some cute cards. Faith just collects a bunch of cute cards.
These are cool.
I collect cards that look like they want to scrap. Yeah, or those clay ones too. Those are cool.
This is very a specific niche in like the drag world, like doing a lot of Pokemon.
Oh,
and
really?
things like cosplay.
Oh, no way.
There's a big like gamer drag queen Venn diagram on Twitch.
Hopefully they watch this. All right, you're getting to the hollows.
Okay.
Oh, Sasha Colby with the hit. You
never-
see how it looks different?
Man, because I never lost a thing in my life.
Oh my god. I want to see that one.
That's beautiful.
Oh, this is such a cool card. You got a
Tell me
double
about it.
hit.
Oh no way.
She got a double hit and a Charizard.
Damn.
Look at that. A double hit.
This is
Only
amazing.
You would. You know, it's hard to get hits like that.
Oh, I would have.
That's
I would've been
crazy.
good on my first game then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give
Beginner's
you.
luck.
So what we do, we give that away to the viewers.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to keep it, I mean, this could be your first.
I mean,
maybe that one.
I gotta keep this
That
one.
one.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like you have to keep it.
Yeah, this one will go to
Yeah.
special viewers.
I wonder how much that one is. I think it. Let me see. It might pay for your tour. Your next tour.
Perfect.
Now
sponsored
that's a much
by
joke.
Pokemon.
Yeah. If you do a rip on stage, I'm sure people will go crazy. That's a $25 card.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's a cool one too.
Oh, that'll give me
Wow.
some good sushi today.
I'm a little bit jealous. Yeah.
Oh, this is special. It's my first one.
That's so
too.
cool. And for that to be your first one, you get an illustration rare. That's awesome. And then we'll give away this Charizard to somebody.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And in the orange. That's...
Yeah. Wow, that was awesome. Super cool. We didn't get cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all we got for you today. Mahalo so much
Hopefully
for
it's a
coming
winning
and
day for France.
Yeah,
too.
hopefully that's a good sign. I'm gonna watch the game after this, but
Yeah, we gotta go watch the game.
seriously, I think you're such a big inspiration. You know, you don't have to be queer, you don't have to dress in drag, you don't have to not be from Hawaii to look at you as an inspiration and somebody who's trailblazing. You know, and inspiring a lot of people around the world to be themselves and reach a level of success that it's possible for anybody.
Yeah,
So mahalo
yeah.
so much for everything that you do, and excited to follow you more closely now.
Perfect. And you will finish the season.
I will finish it. I already
Okay.
know what happens. But
I mean, yeah, spoiler alert.
yeah. I did watch all the best moments of Sasha Colby, but I know there's some other stuff that I'm gonna want to see.
It's the fun shade
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the season you gotta watch. But yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to share? If not, tell us where we can find you.
I just honestly thank you so much for having me. I love the podcast. I always watch it, so
Thank you.
it's nice to be a part of it and to feel, like my how to keep it aloha. Really, it was like being able to talk to a fan base that is a lot of local people, and it's really nice to to hear a lot of feedback from them. So thank you for that.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of feedback after this episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. But mahalo, Sasha, for coming on the Keep It Low podcast today in California. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka, and remember to always keep it aloha.